and in Restream in LinkedIn. Thank you, everybody that's hearing me. Welcome to Building Resilience. This is my talk show that I do every Monday morning here in LinkedIn Live and in Facebook, HOD Radio Network. Thank you, HOD Radio Network, for allowing me to have this wonderful show. For the people that doesn't know me, my name is Jose Pereira. I'm a leadership and resilience coach. And I'm today having this talk show that every week I prepare my newsletter. I encourage you to subscribe to my newsletter. My newsletter is called Building Resilience, where I talk topics related to leadership and resilience. So when I go to my newsletter, I develop a topic. I go on that topic. And today we're going to talk about that topic. So today's topic is a very encouraging topic. It's called Courage Under Pressure, Developing a Leadership Mindset Under Uncertainty Times. Why I decided to talk about this? Why I'm today talking about this topic? One of the main reasons is because everybody knows that here in the U.S. we have a new administration in place. It took office 1 week ago. I think a lot of uncertainties, a lot of changes in the geopolitics, not only internally, also externally. So all the geopolitics in the U.S. and worldwide is kind of shifting, changing, and that creates a lot of situations of uncertainty. Sometimes can create anxiety, and I'm going to talk today how you can navigate those uncertainties in as a leader. How can you have courage to navigate this in these uncertain times? So that's why I decided to talk about this today. So welcome everybody that's today joining the show. I'm today airing in my LinkedIn profile. I'm also airing in my YouTube profile. Am I airing in my Facebook profile? And I have a live in HOD Radio Network. So let's begin to deep dive a little bit on this topic. Let me try to go into these details. So when 2025 unfolds, as we said, we have this new administration in place here in the U.S. that has making these changes, and that creates an environment of uncertainty. So today, I'm going to try to give you some tools, some ways that you as a leader can help yourself and your company and your peers and your team and your employees how to navigate those uncertainties and become successful. So one of the first things that I want to talk here is fear. One of the most important situation when you're having uncertainty, it gives you three things. It can give you anxiety. Sometimes it can give you depression, but mostly it gives you fear. The people have fear of the uncertainty. It's very human having fear under the uncertainty. So today I'm going to tell you that the fear can lead you to a courage. When you embrace your fear, and you embrace it in a way that can be a path to grow, you can make that fear in a courage because it will give you strength. I always remember during the time of the man of the caves, the man had to, defeat, big animals, not dinosaurs, but these big mammoths, big, animals. And the man had fear, but that fear made them have courage and transcend and defeat those animals. We as human beings have that tool inside ourselves, how we can defeat the fear and convert it in something that can help us to grow. So this is very important, how you can use that fears as a tool to make you to grow. How? You have to have something called emotional intelligence. The emotional intelligence is that intelligence that makes you change your stress into courage and with your stress, even that you're going to a stressful situation, that can make you be courageous. So you can be courageous and defeat anything that you're having in your business or in your life. So that the emotional intelligence is something that is very useful when you're having those uncertainty times, because it helps you to navigate under uncertainty and lead through the pressure. So the stress help you to navigate things under pressure. So this is very important where you can navigate under pressure. It helps you to take the best decision, because when you're in a stressful situation, sometimes we tend to lose focus. Something that is important is try to keep the focus. When you are having, as a leader in your business or in your life, any uncertainty, never lose the composure and the focus. Keep calm. Keep calm and focus. Why? Because when you are focused, you keep things in a way that you can see what is the situation you're going through, how you can navigate the situation, and maybe you can begin to find the answer in front of you, or maybe you can find the path how to solve the situation. So the emotional intelligence will give you that ability to have how you can navigate under pressure, how you can convert that fear in courage, and how you can make that something that at the end be successful for you because you're focused. You don't lose the focus. It's very important that you have that proper balance now, because that will help you with your outcomes. Fostering the culture of resilience. This is very key in any uncertainty, fostering the culture of resilience. Remember that resilience is that the ability that we have to bounce back no matter what circumstance we're having. We can bounce back. Let me give a quick check the people that are joining today. So we have some people joining today. Okay, thank you for the people that are joining. As I said, we are airing here in LinkedIn Live. We are also airing here in Facebook HOD Radio Network, and that gives us a wide range of reach, because now we're having here my LinkedIn Live, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and airing at the same time in HOD Radio Network. So let's continue being here regarding to this. So fostering the resilience, what that means, when you have the ability to, no matter what circumstance you're having, no matter what adversity you're having, no matter how your floor is being moving, no matter how you are being shifted from your comfort zone, when you have the ability to embrace it and continue moving forward, and no matter if you fail, you stand up and you continue going, that makes you be a resilient leader. And when you have that as part of your culture, you will become a resilient leader that always are fostering that culture. And not only you, because now you as a leader, you can lead your team by the example, because your team will see that even that you're going to any uncertainty, you're going to be helping them, you're going to be inspiring them, and that will make all the team become resilient. So when all the team becomes resilient, now you are fostering the culture of the resilience. This is something that will help you to navigate any uncertainty, fostering the culture of resilience. Being adaptive. I always talk about this, being adaptive under any uncertainty. For example, today we have this new administration that is making change. It's incredible. In less than 1 week, the Trump administration has done a lot of executive order changing a lot of things, not only in the immigrant side, relation with the European Union, the relation with the Middle East conflict, how it can cease fire, or the Ukrainian war. So there have been becoming a lot of things. Yesterday, there was an incident with the Colombian government because there was some flights of immigrants that had been deported, and there was an issue there. Apparently, the situation has been solved, but there are a lot of uncertainties because there are a lot of change of the way that has been done the last 4 years. That creates an environment. Of course, anybody that's leading their company can feel fear because doesn't know how to handle this new situation. So one of the key things is being adaptive, having the culture of adaptability. If you're a leader, you have the ability to adapt to the change. That no matter what situation you're going, you adapt to the new situation and you encourage your team to adapt too. So that makes you be stronger because now you not only are resilient, but now you are adapting to the situation. So you can adapt to the changes. And in today's world, this is a key. Those leaders that are adaptive are going to be the leaders that are going to survive, because these are going to be the leaders that are going to make a change. Those are going to be the leaders that are going to make things happen. These are going to be the leaders that are going to embrace the new situation that they can be going through. And at the end, they will become successful, because those leaders will encourage their team. They will help their team to also be adaptive. So now you have in your company, in your business, not only the culture of fostering resilience, now you're having the culture of being adaptive to the change. That is something that a true leader can lead your team through any uncertainty situation that you're going in your life. Be determined. If you're a leader and you're determined, no matter what circumstance you're having, that you are determined to moving forward. So not only you now are resilient, because now you're bouncing back any situation that you're having, and you are adapting the situation, but you are determined, because that determination is that fuel that gives you that energy. So you go to the gas station to fuel your car with determination, and that fuel will keep you moving. It will keep you going. So that's important when you are a leader, that not only have the culture of the resilience, have the culture of the adaptability. Now you have the culture of the determination. So you determine that no matter what's going on, you will continue moving forward. Those circumstances are not going to change you. You're going to continue moving forward. I always mention there's a great example of what determination is important. I always talk about Steve Jobs. Everybody will know that I admire this guy. But one of the things that Steve Jobs did during the 80s, there was a big crisis with in the economy. Many, those cycles of crisis in the economy, and they were having some issues with iPhone. And most of the companies during that crisis decided to stop their investment, to stop the project. They were waiting for having better times, so they put the brakes in many investment in their company. That guy, he said that he will keep going. He was determined that he will not change his vision. And he had a meeting with all his top management, and he said to everybody, no matter what is going on in the economy, we're going to keep moving forward. We're not going to have budget cuts. We're going to continue with our project. He did a risky bet, because he could have failed, but he had the determination to continue going forward. And that was a risky bet that fortunately he won, because during that time he could put in the market the iPhone the iPhone, and the iPhone become to be what today is an iPhone, the most successful mobile phone in the world. So he could launch the iPhone during that crisis because he was determined to continue pursuing his vision. So that's what the great leaders do. Communication, important thing when you're going through uncertainty. Don't keep those fear with you. Have the honest and transparent communications with your peers, with your management, and with your employees. Because maybe you're having a hard time in your business. Maybe you're having a hard time in your business, and maybe you are things that, are seeing them complicated. Maybe that the new administration is taking some decision that is affecting your business because you were business in the old way, and now you had to adapt to the new way to do business, and that creates you, as I said, some anxiety and some fear. But if you communicate with your employees, you have the honest and the transparent communication with your employees, that will make a change. That will make a change because now you will be honest with them. You will have an honest communication. You will have a transparent communication, and that will give you confidence. Not only you having confidence, they're gonna feel confidence because you're being honest with them. You're telling them exactly what is the situation, what is going to be the challenges that the company is going to have. Maybe you're going to have to make some changes in the way to do business. Maybe you had to adapt to new markets. Maybe you had to do some layoff. It could happen. It could happen. It could be part of the new situation. So, but any situation that you're going to face, be open, communicating with your employee. Be honest and transparent. That will give you confidence. They will see that you are honest with them. Be empathic with your employees. Any situation of uncertainty, they also, as you have fear, your employees have fear. Who doesn't have fear to lose his job? Who doesn't have fear of that you have family and you don't know how it's going to affect the uncertainty? I remember recently a very key example when they shut down TikTok. I remember I was here in my house when they shut down TikTok, and my daughter is a big influencer in Instagram and in TikTok. She has around 1 million followers between the two platforms, and she's very heavy in TikTok because she does business with TikTok. She runs a business promoting beauty things and fitness things because she's a fitness coach. So she always is promoting things related to the fitness and well-being and healthy food and these type of things, and some clothes and gears, etc. And that's her way of living. She pays her bills that way. She has her apartment, she has her car, she has built a business through that. She has years doing it. And she created a platform in Instagram. And when TikTok appeared, she created a platform in TikTok. And now she has combined between the two platforms, as I said, around 1 million followers. That day when TikTok was shut down, oh, wow, I immediately thought in her. And I called her. And she didn't know what to do. She was lost. She told me that, let me think, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because she was doing a live stream in that moment that it was shut down, and then it began to appear what I'm gonna do, because I have all my business in this. Well, you know what happened? That, as everybody knows, the day after TikTok was put it back again, she didn't erase her profile. Unfortunately, she's still working in TikTok, but they gave her the opportunity that now she's thinking to do another side hustle. She's going to create another platform for a business that is not TikTok. She's going to continue with TikTok, but she's going to have another alternative, because that's what happens when the uncertainty time comes. That you can begin to see things that maybe you were not looking at, because sometimes that situation, that's what happened. You have to look those setbacks as opportunities, because now she found the opportunity that she had to have an alternative to TikTok, because she doesn't know when again they're going to ban it. So now she's creating a platform, is beginning to do it. But this is an example how the uncertainty you can convert in something successful, because from the uncertainty of the ban of TikTok that was creating uncertainty not only in her, in millions of TikTokers here in the US, millions of people here in the US have do business through that platform. So many of them today have to be thinking if they're going to have an alternative. Don't put all your eggs in a basket. There's you know, a recommendation. Always try to have a diversification. So communicating is key. Be honest, be transparent with your employee. But let me deep dive a little bit more about this. We have been talking, because we have been talking about how you can convert your fear in courage, how you can have emotional intelligence to make a stressful situation something that can help you to move on, how you can build a culture of resilience, how you can build a culture of adaptability, adapt to the new situation, how you can build a culture of determination, and how you can have a open and honest communication with your employees, and all these things. It will create you the culture of courage under any uncertain times. So let's try to deep dive about how we can help ourselves, because now you can say, okay, these are the topics that we have to develop. How I do it, how I go through that, how I can implement this. So let me give you 5 ways that you can do this. The first thing is reframe your fear as an opportunity. When you recognize that your fear can be an opportunity, because now let's put an example. Picture this: you have a business that maybe makes business with some region of the world, and the new administration decided that region maybe is not the best region to do business for national security. So they decided to shift to another region, and that region has some, some taxes and things that are being imposing. So maybe now the region for you becomes difficult to reach, because it becomes more expensive. Maybe it's time that you think to go to the other region. So navigate your new reality, and change gears and create a new region to be developed. So you instead of having the fear of, oh, what's going to happen with my business, convert that in an opportunity. Recognize that you're having fear of the situation that you're having, but use that fear to make the changes, the necessary changes to continue moving in your business. Because if you kept there in your fear, it would paralyze you. It would paralyze you, because that is something that happens sometimes with the fear, that people get paralyzed, doesn't know what to do. So when you get focused and you see, okay, this is my new reality, let me see what I have to do. So now you begin to have answers, and you decide to take actions. You have decided to take bold actions, and you move forward. So you convert that fear in an opportunity. Develop scenarios. In any planning, in any business that you plan, you need to have scenarios. I come from the oil and gas. I did my career in the oil and gas, and in the oil and gas is not acceptable doing any business or creating any new opportunity if you don't have scenarios. typically you will have at least three scenarios: the most likely scenario, the most unlikely scenario, and the most preferred scenario. So you have the bad scenario, the excellent scenario, and the good scenario. So you have at least three scenarios. And in the business, you need to have a scenario. What happened if? What if? What happened if this situation comes? Create your scenarios. Create a culture of a scenario. So when you have a scenarios, you can, in any uncertainty, now you have ways to move and adapt because now you have seen that probability. Those companies that has been successful during the crises are those that have created those scenarios, and when the crisis came, they were prepared how to handle the crisis. When the COVID erupted, many businesses failed, but many businesses became very successful, very successful. I was hearing yesterday, by the way, I'm going to mention here. Yesterday, I was hearing a speech that was giving Tony Robbins, the speaker. He was talking about his 48 years in the speaking area. Very inspiring, his speech, by the way. He was talking about a reflection, how he began his life, filled with poverty. It surprised me that he mentioned that he had 5 fathers. So his mother was with 5 couples. So he went through some events in his childhood that made him be not so confident, had some traumas. But he decided at the end, and he became a speaker. And today he was talking about, after his 48 years, how he converted his business in a very successful business. And he was mentioned what happened in COVID. During COVID, he was used to do those big events in stadiums with 1,000 people. So he said, okay, now the stadiums are shut down. Let's go to a theater, 100 people. The theater were shut down. Okay, let's try to do in this place, shut down. Let's go to this Las Vegas. It will never be shut down. Was shut down. So he began to find that everything began to get shut down. He could stay there. He could stay there and say, okay, I'm done. I cannot do more of this business. But no, he decided to convert that uncertainty that he was having in an opportunity. So what he did during the COVID era, he created a big studio, a big streaming studio that everybody has been in the event with Tony Robbins will see that he has those big screen with maybe 1,000 people connected. And now he created this virtual studio with a lot of technology, and he began to do his events online. And he became really successful. He said that last year he did those events and he attended 1.1 million persons. And he impacted 1 billion persons. So he decided to convert that big uncertainty that was a COVID in a successful business model, because he changed doing his business live to convert it to doing online. Many companies did that, became successful during that big event that was the pandemic. Another business failed and went to bankruptcy. Many businesses disappeared. So those leaders that could have those scenarios, how they can navigate the crisis, were the ones that were successful. And that happened during the crisis, the financial crisis in 2008. Many companies failed and went to bankruptcy, but many became successful. They could take the advantage of the crisis and became successful. So this is something that recognize that there is a problem, have a scenarios, and work adapting to that scenario. That will make you be more flexible to take decisions. Sorry. Practice mindfulness under pressure. This is another thing that is important. Practice mindfulness under pressure. What that means, that even if you're going through any uncertainty, that uncertainty can give you a lot of pressure because you don't know how to handle. But keep calm, keep focused, and keep positive. When you are calm, focused, and positive, you become mindfulness. So now you're practicing the mindfulness. Think simple as like meditations, breathing. Try to breathe, taking walks, taking small walks. I'm gonna say something here that I don't know if I have mentioned in the past. I'm Venezuelan born. I come from Venezuela, and Venezuela is, every culture has their own thing. So Venezuela has something that the people uh, in my country, when there are some informal machine shops when you can repair the car in the middle of the street. They put the like I don't know, it's a portable machine shop in the middle of the street. So you park the car, and they repair your car there. You're having a problem in your engine, whatever, and then you park the car. The mechanics, he will review your car there, and they you sit down there in a chair, and you wait there. The car is being repaired. It's very cheap. It's kind of funny, but this is the way they do business. That doesn't mean that all the machine shop do this, but they're very common, these type of things. You know what these guys does normally? When they're repairing an engine or repairing any mechanical thing of your car, sometimes they're having, problems to fix it, having problem how to fix it. Normally, these guys, what they do, they don't get there trying to solve it. They step back, they turn a cigar, and they walk. They walk away, and they sit down and begin to smoke a cigar and think how they can solve the situation. You know what these guys are doing? They're practicing mindfulness, because these guys now are trying to think in a calm way how to solve the situation. They don't get immersed in the problem. They get abstracted of the problem, and they begin to see the solution. Normally, when those guys come back to the car, they find the problem because they have been practicing mindfulness. So this is a kind of bizarre way to explain it, but it's a common practice that they do it. And I can tell you, it works. When you're in your business having any problem, step back from the problem. Try to see the things in a different way. Step back from the problem. Don't get involved in the problem. Step back from the problem. So when you step back from the problem, now you can begin to think about how to solve the problem, and be calm and be focused in the solution. And believe me, sometimes you will find the solution in front of you. The answer maybe you always have there. Sometimes you don't have the answer, and maybe you having the open and honest communication with your employees. Some of your employees can have an answer. Hey, boss, sorry, let me say you this. Why don't you do this to solve this situation? And maybe he has the answer, and you don't see it. Or maybe you don't have the answer, but now you have the path to find the answer. So that's what practicing mindfulness under pressure means. That no matter the pressure that you're having, no matter the uncertainty that you're having, practice mindfulness. Stay calm, stay focused, and stay positive. Have a positive mindset and try to see the things in a different way. That will reduce you many things, because that technique will reduce first the anxiety. The anxiety, when you practice mindfulness, you will be calm, so that will reduce the anxiety, and that will help you to take critical decisions. When you are in a mindful position, that you're calm, you can have better decisions, because you're not taking decisions from the fear. You're taking the decision through the calm, the trying to see the things in a different way. So now that will make you take better decisions. Encourage having open dialogues As I said, the honest communication is key. So you have to encourage an environment to have open dialogue in your business. Sometimes the leaders try to create like a shield and they don't talk with their employees. And sometimes that creates a barrier between you and your employee. When you open the culture of having an environment of open dialogue, they will be, your employee will have more confidence to give your honest opinion. As I said, sometimes you don't have the solution, but they have it. Okay, I'm having a private chat. Tracy saying, I'm here to listen. Jose, LinkedIn platform does not load the event. Thank you for hosting. Oh, I didn't know what happened. I didn't know what happened. Why didn't load the event? Okay, let me check it. I thought that it was airing in LinkedIn. Let me check after this is gonna get recorded. Anyway, this is gonna get recorded and anything. So I don't know what happened, why it didn't load. So when you are having any situation, create the culture of openness, that having open dialogue, and have the culture that no matter what concern you have, embrace the open dialogue and embrace your team members to do the same. So that will help you build solutions to any problem, and that will help you to find collective solutions to any situation that you're going under uncertainty, and have a continuous learning. Learn from the situation, learn from the problem, learn from the adversities. Create the culture that any situation that is happening in the business, in the geopolitical, in the political, in the environment, whatever, that try to learn. And even if you did a decision that was not the best decision, it didn't work, you're gonna bounce back and you're gonna learn from that. So have the continual learning process, because when you have that culture of continual learning, you will learn from the setbacks, and then you will convert those setbacks in opportunities. Coming here, I'm gonna close here about this topic. I always talk about a real case study. I always mention a real case study, because for me it's important that you can understand that everything that we have been talking here. And let me do a recap. So we're talking here about converting the fear in strength, fostering the culture of resilience, the culture of adaptability, determination, the open communication, and having an intelligent, emotional intelligence. So having all these things, you can navigate any uncertainty. So a real case study I'm going to mention here is the case of Microsoft. Microsoft had a big transformation during the era of the CEO that was Satya Nadella. Satya Nadella became the CEO of Microsoft in 2014. In that time, Microsoft was having a lot of challenges. You know, the IT has always had these ups and downs. It was having an up and down in that moment. Microsoft was having a financial crisis, and he challenged the organization to adapt to the new changes, and they embraced the adaptability, and they created change in the technology. If everybody remembers, after that period, Microsoft began to do a lot of changes in the platform, and came new tools, they bought another business and they merged with Microsoft, and that made them become successful at the end. Because why? Because this guy, he embraced the changes. He faced that adversity, that uncertainty, and he converted in an opportunity. But he embraced it with making their employees to be honest, to be courage, to have strength, to be resilient, and to learn from those failures that they were having. Same here, Tracy, but I can't hear Jose. Is he on mute? Oh, you're not hearing me? No, he's audio. Okay, okay, okay. Somebody said that I was in mute, but they're telling me maybe you want to recheck your audio. Okay, okay. So you're hearing me, correct? Please, in the private chat, say that you're hearing me because somebody said that he cannot hear me. Tracy, can you tell me if you can hear me? Well, I'm going to continue because apparently there was a problem, but that they're telling me, okay, yes, I can. So, okay, thank you, thank you. So, what I'm saying here now, here, the Satya Nadella, that was the CEO of Microsoft, he created that environment of challenge and uncertainty in 2014 that Microsoft even was in the border to have a bankruptcy because was having a big financial crisis, and he adapted to the new situation. He called employees. He had an open communication, say, hey, need to make changes. He embraced the change. He put the minds to think in better way to do things and came with a solution to adapt the business to a new business model. There was a big change in the creation of Microsoft. They bought some new businesses. So he changed all the company and made that Microsoft that is today one of the most successful companies in the world. So this is a great example how you got uncertainty in times, and if you are leading with using these tools that I'm telling here today, that the fear that the company was having, he transformed it in a strength. He had the emotional intelligence to lead the people in a calm and focused way. He created a culture of resilience. It will be determined to moving and adapt to the new changes. And he heard their team, and they came with some innovative solution, and he came back. He came back because that's what happened when you do this. Having this topic about navigating the leadership with courage under uncertainty, there is an authority. If you want to go deeper in this, there is an authority in this topic that is Simon Sinek. Simon Sinek is an author that has extensively talked about how you can lead with courage. He's an author of a book called Leaders Eat Last and Start with Why. Leaders eat last and start with why. So his book talks about the why. When you are leading any company, always make you the question, the why. Why I'm going through this, why this is happening. So the why gives you the vision, the importance that now you can lead with courage, you can lead with trust, and you can lead with emotional intelligence under any uncertain environment. So I encourage you to read this book. Again, Simon Sinek is an author of the book Leaders Eat Last and Start with the Why. Another author that I always recommend, that is, by the way, she's from here, from Houston. He has an authority in vulnerability. And she always is highlighting how you can embrace uncertainties and build stronger teams and more courageous leaders. So she, in her books, she has extensive books, several books. You can Google her, Dr. Brené Brown. Brené Brown talks how you can make courageous leader under the uncertainty. So these two authors, Simon Sinek and Brené Brown, if you want to know more about this topic, you can go and read them. And as a conclusion, we have 15 minutes left here. As a conclusion, I'm going to say that sometimes the uncertainty gives you the fear that you don't know how to handle things. The fear sometimes can paralyze people. People really can get paralyzed when you're having fear. But so leaders make the fear they convert it in strengths, and that leads them to have more courage, take the decision with more courage. And when you take the decision, making the fear in a courage, you become more mindfulness. So you have a resilient mindset because now you're focused, you're calm, and you are mindset. You are mindfulness. You have positive mindset. And that will give you the opportunity to transform that fear in an opportunity to grow. Because now you can raise the innovation and you can do things to have a lasting impact, like happened with Microsoft. Microsoft converted their ordeal. They were going to uncertainty in time that even when going to very deep financial struggles in the border of get bankruptcy, and they transformed everything that, and they became today what Microsoft is, a very successful company in the workplace. When you apply all these strategies, you can lead with clarity and with confidence, and you will lead your team to do the same because you will inspire them, and that will make you that at the end you will thrive. So leading under uncertainty is something that you can learn. You don't have to be an expert. You can learn because I always say that all of us, we have inside ourselves that unbreakable spirit of leadership. All of us. No matter what circumstance we're having, we all of us have that spirit. And sometimes you don't know it, but when you are facing those uncertainty, when your floor begins to move, when you are shift from your comfort zone, is when you're going to be tested, your true leadership. That's where you're going to see if you're a leader or not. But the good news is that you can be trained. You can retrain your brain. Remember that there is something called the neuroplasticity of the brain. The brain can be retrained. And how you can retrain the brain? Based on your beliefs, based on what you think, and based on what you say. When you do affirmations, thinking or orally, when you affirm things, when you say, I affirm that this is going to be the new situation, I affirm that I'm going to be successful. And of course, with a connection with God, because when you do affirmation, always have to have that connection with God. That transforms your reality. Your brain begins to believe what you're thinking and what you're saying. And that begins to be your new reality. So when you affirm that you're going to be successful, no matter what situation you're having today, because remember, you have to see you in the future where you are meant to be. We're creature of God, and God created us to be perfect and to be successful and to be abundant. So we have to pursue that. But to pursue that, we have to do several things. Maybe we're going to find roadblocks in the middle. But having the resilience and the determination that to continue moving forward, you're going to get at the end of the road. But getting to the end of the road is matter of having the proper mindset, having the mindfulness. So remember, your brain can be retrained, but you need to give them tools to get retrained. And the only way to do it is expressing daily affirmation. Every morning when you awake, first, give gratitude. First thing, give gratitude for whatever situation is happening, give gratitude. Because it's part of that God master plan. But affirm and do your petition, do affirmation. I want to be successful. I want to be there. I want to be the best manager. I want this business to be all over the world. You do the affirmation where you want to be and do it in a daily basis. That will retrain your brain and that will make you at the end become successful because you're going to change your reality. So my recommendation here to anybody that's hearing this today is don't get stuck in when you're having a situation. Seek for help. Look people that can help you. Have mentorship and have coaching. I'm a leadership coach. I'm today here that I can help anybody because I went to that situation. The people that know me know that I am a former hostage. They went through a hostage situation, and I converted my hostage situation, that was a 5-year hostage situation, in what today I'm doing. I decided to become a leadership resilient coach because I went through survivor techniques that helped me navigate that ordeal. I did a leadership position all my life because I come from a extensive decades of work in the oil and gas in leadership position, but really I tested my leadership skills was during my captivity. All my 35 years in the oil and gas was like a training. Really, 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 the real retreat was when I was in captivity because I needed to test if I was a leader, not to the others, to myself, if I could lead my life, because that's what made me survive. So today, I have my coaching program where I talk about this. So look for mentorship, look for leadership. Don't get stuck in the situation. If you're having any situation in life, call me. Call me and we can have a talk. Because remember, you can be any situation in your life, but with the proper tools, you can go through it. So if you need to navigate them, look for some help. Look for some help that can help you navigate these new situations. And when that happen, it will change your mindset. It will change the way you are doing things. And to conclude here, I want to say that I have here my book. This is my book based on my story, and there are a lot of some techniques, some reflection that I use here in my book. The things they are talking today. So, if you want to know more about what we're talking today here, how you can navigate under uncertainty and become a great leader of your business, of your life, my book is in Amazon, or you can go to my webpage, joseconnect.com. You go to my page, joseconnect.com. You can have a private chat with me. We can have a 30 minutes conversation, or we can also see how we can help you together. Dr. Rashad, I see that you can raise my hand. Yeah, I tried to do the restream. I have been testing. Last week I did Zoom, and I'm testing this week with Restream, but I believe that I'm going to come back with the Zoom because for some reason, Restream is not allowing the people to raise the hand. And I want to do this interactive. So sorry about that, Dr. Rashad. I don't know why it could not help the people to raise their hand. Next week, I'm going to do it is in Zoom because I have been testing these tools because, again, this has been in a certain times when audio room were canceled. So we're testing technology. I believe that Zoom is more friendly because one of the things that I want to do in these events is do it interactive. I had to continue talking because I couldn't raise the hand. I would have wished to give the 30 minutes opportunity to the people to come to the room. Next week, we're going to do it. The people that are here, please stay tuned. Subscribe to my newsletter called Building Resilience. You can see the link I'm going to leave here below. When you subscribe to the newsletter, you will read the topic of the week. Normally, I talk about topics related to leadership and resilience, trending topics like this that I'm talking today. You can read the newsletter, and I open this show every Monday morning. Next week, I'm going to do it in Zoom. So I do like a 30 minutes talk about the topic related to the newsletter, and then I open the mics. I always give the 30 minutes mic opening to the people. Restream didn't allow me to do it. I don't know why. So next week I'm going to continue with Zoom that you can raise your hand and give the opportunity to share because I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear what you think about the topic that we're talking today. So we're coming to the end. I'm going to do a recap. This is going to be recorded. I'm going to have this recorded in my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, I have a section that is the podcast Building Resilience. You can see all the shows, the past show and this show, maybe tomorrow, you will see this in the YouTube channel. It will also be kept in my Facebook page. And I also posted in LinkedIn, but you can go to my YouTube channel, you will find it there. The way I do this is that anything that you want to come back, contact me. Any topic that you believe that you want to have a conversation, contact me. And as I said, if you're having situation in your leadership career, in your leadership journey, don't do it alone. Seek for mentorship, seek for coaching. I'm a coaching, I'm here to help. If you go to my webpage, joseconnect.com, that you can see there in the corner of the left here, joseconnect.com, joseconnect.com here. If you see the joseconnect.com, this is my webpage. My webpage, you can find there my coaching, and you can connect there with me. And also you can subscribe also to buy my book, or you go directly to Amazon. My book is my story, how I went through the situation of hosted, but it's more the reflections, the lessons that I learned that today I'm sharing today with you. Many of the things that today I'm talking about: leadership, resilience, adaptability, determination, emotional intelligence, courage, handle pressure, focusness, mindfulness, all these tools that we have been talking today, I needed to implement it during my 5-year captivity, because that's what I could survive. That's what made me survive. So said this, we can talk. Tracy said, Dr. Achad, we can talk about how to utilize Restream in the end. Yes, Tracy, that's true. The Restream for me is a new tool. Maybe that is because I don't know it. To tell you the truth, it should have, because I used this platform the other day, and it worked very perfectly. It was streamed to all the platforms. Today I heard they could not stream to LinkedIn. I don't know why. Because I put it. So sometimes technology happens, but next week I'm gonna do this is in LinkedIn. And well, now we're coming to the end. Thank you to the people that attended this meeting. Okay, somebody's telling me they can try Google Meet. Yes, we can try Google Meet. Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna see this week how we're gonna handle it. Could be maybe Google Meet, could be Zoom. But thank you the people that connected. Again, these are tools that I'm leaving here to you, because they're coming some uncertain times. I decided to talk about this because there's a new administration here in the US. It's making change. I believe they're going to be positive, but there are changes that can affect companies, and creates that sense of anxiety that you don't know how to handle things. So making a recap, if you're having that fear that you don't know how to handle things, convert that fear in strength. So try to have the emotional intelligence to transform that pressure into mindfulness. So try to think in a calm way, and be positive. Seek for help, seek for mentorship, and be curious, be adaptive, be determined, have resilience, and be a great leader of your business and your life. And if you do all this, what we're saying today, and get a connection with God, because for me it's important that you everything you do is thinking in that you can plant the seed and you can take the harvest, but who really multiply is God. He is who multiplied. He is who create the abundance. So affirm, do daily affirmations that how you think you see yourself in the future, and believe it and work for it. As I put the example of Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, he, during the uncertainty during the 80s, he didn't stop. He continued with his project, and he created the iPhone during the most uncertainty time. So that's a great example how the leaders can navigate uncertain situations. Said this, we're coming to the end. Thank you, everybody that was connected, and I'm gonna close at the count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.